Hi. Originally I was going to make a video of me, like actually me facing the camera and talking. But after watching it back, the audio is trash. I'm using the same exact mic. The only difference is that it's attached to my chest. And so it's like cuz there's like a little clip. It's one of those tiny microphones that you can buy off of online or whatever, one of those miniature things. Anyway, um, but the audio was just so shit. And so here I am re-recording it, and we're gonna do it this way instead, like how I've always been doing these updates. So we're back. I'm back, and the biggest question that always is here is where have I been? Where have I been? And every single time that I leave and I come back, it is for typically the same reason: being busy, school, and being sick. Okay, because I have stressed this numerous of times that education is at the top of my list in terms of priority. That always comes first in terms of like the goals in life. It's school, and then writing, and that's it. Those are the really only two goals that I have right now that I'm currently working towards. But this update is more to tell you that there has been a shift. So between the times of January and May, my intention was to take a semester off because I just needed to get my hands, not really hands, I guess not hands, I don't know. I just needed to get there. I needed a foundation. I just needed to make a mark and finish something in terms of like writing, just get something done, you know? And the combination of school and moving again. Yeah, I moved again. So yeah, so the combination of school, moving again, and then me being sick, getting infinitely worse. And when I say infinitely worse, it essentially doubled. So normally I would be sick once a month, okay, throwing up for 12 plus hours. It got to a point to where I was throwing up consistently for 2 days straight, okay? It was a 12-hour pass, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool, I'm fine. And then some hours pass, making me think like, okay, it's fine, I can start recovering now, only for me to start throwing back up again. And yeah, which like is the thing that made me realize that I might not be getting better like how I thought I was getting. I might be getting worse. So which is definitely like lighting a fire underneath me and the people who support me to make checking this out more of a priority, especially with what's going on now. I live in America, so I feel like that's kind of like self-explanatory. So yeah, in other words, I'm taking this next semester off. I already signed the papers I needed to sign, so my scholarship is put on hold, and I'm taking this semester off. I need to prioritize my health. I need to actually make a dent into the high volume one. I still did in terms of progress. That video will be coming out like not too long from now, explaining that hold on, it's coming to me. Give me a second. We'll explain what progress and like what I've done and what I plan on doing for this month / what I'm doing for this month, because I'm posting this in the middle of July. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the situation. That is the situation. And so hopefully, right? My hope is that everything goes off without a hitch. Well, of course, that's not 100% going to happen. I mean, it's life. Nothing ever goes off without a hitch. But my hope is that for the remainder of 2025, Beehive Volume 1 is done. And literally the only thing I gotta do is to go through the legal actions and the process to get it published, and then you guys get to read it. You can finally, oh my god, for anybody that has stuck with me from the very beginning, it's like finally, shit, damn, I've been waiting this entire time, finally. Anyway, but that gets to happen, and to kind of dig a little deeper in terms of how my health is, I can actually be able to use my time how I use my time. Because to give some further context on me getting sick every month, me getting sick is a week. And then there's another week that I take to recover. Now, sometimes some months are easier than others, some are worse. But to put into perspective, I only really have 2 weeks to get done with what I need and what I want. Hence why writing almost always ends up on the back burner, because 2 weeks, I still gotta go to class. I still gotta do homework. Anybody that needs my help, I gotta help them. And I'm not even saying it it's a burden to help people. No, that's what I want to do. But that's where the rest of that time goes. And so while I'm stuck in the bed, recovering or being sick, everything else is just moving on without me, in a whole 2 weeks, a week or two passes by, and I'm behind. And I have to choose between, would I rather be behind on a book, or would I rather be behind on a class that costs money, that needs to be paid for, right? And I can't drop out of it now. Then there's the whole scholarship requirements. It's between the two, it always just made more sense to choose the education over the writing. So with education being put on hold for 4 months? Because that's August, September, October. Yeah, for just 4 months. 4 or 3 months. That's how long it's going to be on hold for. And I'm going to use that time. I'm going to use it wisely. I'm going to get myself together, both in terms of health and in terms of writing. And then we can just start back again. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because the channel is supposed to be here for transparency. If you watch all of the videos that I put out, you're gonna hear the same talk again in my WIP progress, because not everybody is going to watch every video, and then of course it's just good to have a good track record. But I digress. This is the whole point of the channel. As much as it discourages me to constantly leave and come back and not actually build the community that I want, or whatever the case may be. This is the whole point of me making updates, of me mostly like just keeping all the videos that I post here. This is the whole point, is so that anybody who watches this, right, who wants to do something, either that is writing a book or making a YouTube channel or whatever the case may be, can see how things would look like from the very beginning. Also, the reason why like those older videos where I made typing ASMR, and I just like pivoted into making different content, having that pivot there and not getting rid of those videos is important to know, like, hey, I did, like, my content did look different before. It didn't look like this always. And there was a numerous of times where I wasn't posting consistently. And let's say I make it and, oh, I'm this famous writer, or oh, I'm this famous YouTuber. And then there's a history, and people can look back and see that it wasn't just handed to me. Or if they're like, oh, I can't become a YouTuber because I get sick too often. I get sick. I get sick all the time. And if I make it, then whoever is making that excuse for themselves to not go and pursue their dreams, guess what? You can still do it. And so that's why this is here. That's why the update is here. That's why all of this exists in the first place. But with that, like, all that being said, right, what's next? Since you are not gonna be like going to school consistently and you're gonna be like focusing on your health, obviously that frees up some time for you. So what will you be doing? Well, of course, I ain't gonna be a bump on the log. I'm gonna like go out and like just pick up more gigs, because I am like an on-call caregiver, and just pick up any more jobs. I actually have an interview for a marketing situation next week. Gonna see how that plays out. So, and like, I just have more opportunities to make money, because I mean, not only I say was, like I'm no longer am. No, but not only am I a full-time college student, I'm a full-time broke college student. So, and doing this isn't making me any money, which like is fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not expecting to have to be monetized right out the gate. It takes time to do that, but I ain't getting no money from this. No funds, zero. Okay, so I'm gonna have more opportunities to pick up more jobs and make more money. Okay, awesome, great. So there's that, which means that there is more opportunities for me to upgrade my stations for editing software, recording software, etc. Whenever I was trying to start doing Twitch, that could also be a possibility for me to start back up. I'm not going to touch it unless I know for sure that I can start it back up again. And if I don't, then I don't, okay? But anything that stopped gives me the possibility to start back up again. For the bullet journal stuff, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm going to put an end to the bullet journal series, because when I stopped posting it, I also stopped working on the pages. So, and it would cost more time and effort to go back than to just keep moving, like to go back, to go forward. It would just make more sense for me to just be like, we're just gonna leave it and just keep moving. So so that series is done, meaning that really the only videos that I will be posting is showing goals and what I did, essentially just talking about Beehive Volume 1. But that isn't to say they didn't try to make other content. When I was gone, there were moments where I was like, I could record this and just like post it. And like, it won't be anything too hard. Content where I am showing my face. Content where I am just like exploring things and just showing you guys like what I do on my off time whenever I have it. Vlog type content. And I do have it. I do. I just have yet to look over the video feed and determine whether or not it's even worth going back to edit it or even worth putting up. And go say I'm not going to share any like clips or anything of like these things, but yeah, no, like I considered it, and I'm still considering it. So there's a good chance that I'll just be posting some spontaneous vlogs or spontaneous videos of me just doing random things here and there. So there's that. Another thing is that I made a timeline of when I would be publishing all the different stories that I want to publish. And I came to the realization that if I publish a book every year, I'm not going to get done with the Beehive Volume 1 saga until like I'm 30, 40 years, until like I'm my mom's age. Okay? So until like 2045. I'm not, no, that's not what I want. Okay? No. So, and because I don't want that, I am making the decision to overlap my writing. Now, some of you is like, well, didn't you just say that a part of the reason as to why you don't want to, like you have a hard time being consistent is because of time, and so you're just gonna spend more, like you're just gonna add more to your plate? No, that's not the case. Not at all. Okay? Because this is how my writing process goes. So, just to give you like a frame of mind, okay? Once I get done with this month, I'm done writing anything from this point. I'm just editing, right? Or adding more onto things. So that, and I get bored very quickly whenever it comes to anything creative. And so, because like during this month, I'm kind of starting to get bored now, because it's like, okay, well, I'm editing, and then I'm writing some words these days, and then like I have like this time block of how much time I dedicate towards writing every day, and to hit at least 2 hours after like the first couple of days of doing that, I just got done with everything so quickly because, spoiler alert, CL is still in its beta read. So it's like I'm not even working on that story right now. I'm only working on 2, and even then I get done with what I need to get done for that day so quickly to where I don't even hit the 2-hour mark. To a point where I'm like, I feel comfortable starting another project, but it's gonna be in its beginning stage. So like brainstorming, outlines, like nothing that is going to take a lot of time away from the current project. In other words, there is an upcoming project out. And that upcoming project is DT. Those are its initials. And it's set to come out, next year? I think either next year, I think late next year, yeah. But that's just kind of a little tidbit. A lot of rambling for this update, as you clearly can see. Usually I do a script. This time around I chose not to, because I don't know. I feel like that whenever it comes down to updates, for the most part, having a script is unnecessary because I already know what I gotta tell you. So yeah, I think I've covered everything. I told you where I've been, what I'm gonna do about it, checked out, taking a semester off, picking up more jobs, also having an upcoming project that is in the works, and making a tremendous amount of progress in actually catching up pretty quickly for my current project, Beehive Volume 1. So that means this video has come to a conclusion. Thank you for watching all the way through. Of course, it'd be greatly appreciated to subscribe, like, comment, and share. At the same time, I can't force ya. All I can do is hope you stick around to see my creations. Have a good rest of your day or night. I'm Honey Lee, and it was a pleasure talking to you. Bye-bye!